Now that my wife and I have successfully relocated from a suburb of Minneapolis now to a suburb of the Dallas Metroplex, it's time to build another Redfoot pen, a new one for little ones, and this is one that we've done here. Now here's how we assembled this pen. This is a 2.5 foot by 7 or 8 foot long pen that I had a Russian male in, and I just put him in with the other male. They seem to be getting along fine. So I've taken this, and what my wife and I did was we took an old brown tarp, and laid it in here using the bricks down the corners to keep things nice and tight, as you can see here. And that, cut it, folded the corners in, and then duct taped it all the way across the top and all the way around. And we put some selected staples in there as well in this tarp. And that way we've got a beautiful inside. It's nice and dark. These guys come from forest. They spend almost no time out in the sun, so it'll be like they're in the forest. And the tarp will help keep the moisture in there, which is a repeat support for these guys, especially once I get the lighting across the top and the plexiglass across the top to keep the heat and the damp in. But that's what you can do if you've got you build yourself a box and you want to basically do it for redfoots or a forest tortoise, is just find an old tarp, fit a nice old tarp in there. Now for the substrate in these pens, what I use a combination of Eco Earth and topsoil. I mentioned that a few times, and I top it with cypress mulch. The reason for that is this has such great moisture retention capabilities, especially at tortoise level, which is important. These guys come from a very humid environment. So that's the expanded piece. That's what it looks like when you buy it. You go out and buy the bricks, and then I just add topsoil on top of that and do a 50-50 mix, lay that down, and then what I do is I come over and I add cypress mulch at the very top, a 1-inch layer of that across the top, and that works out great for these guys as a substrate. And when it's all said and done, this is what you end up with. So I've got the plexiglass across the front, I've got the substrate in there, water bowl a little dirty at the moment. We've got the light, which is just a 13 watt UVB bulb. I've got a 100 watt heat emitter here, not the most elegant pieces here on the side to cover up the holes. And you've got the nice little dark end down here where they spend a lot of time. Spray it down with a moisture bottle once or twice a day, and you've got a great little forest environment for these little buggers. You can kind of see them down here. These are 3- and 4-year-olds. Thanks.